It's sad.
What's sad, Morris?
Man.
Yes, man can be quite sad sometimes.
I know you're trying to meant to cheer me up, but it is, man. We're getting persecuted. We've been killed off.
Yeah, there's war in the world and planes going down and cars getting hijacked.
That's not what I mean. I mean, that's obviously sad, but I mean, not the collective man. I mean, man. You know, the one that's born with dangly bits and hair on chest. That man. We being killed.
Okay, so like camel man is now chamomile man.
Yeah, pretty much. And I tell you what, you know who's to blame? Motor manufacturers.
Okay, not seeing the connection.
No, look, okay, maybe I'm taking it a bit far, but they're certainly in on it. Okay, if you picked a rugged ultimate man and it was a car, who would that be?
Defender, gotta be. Defender or Land Cruiser.
And what's happened to them? Dead, discontinued, or we've got castrated versions of them?
Okay, I see where you're going. We've got a Jeep Cherokee at the moment, and it's not quite what it used to be.
Guys are spending far too much time in front of the mirrors, getting themselves all groomed up and titivating. That's my opinion. What do I know? I'm not an expert, so we thought we'd find an expert. Laika from Africology certainly knows her stuff. Do guys come for treatments?
Yes, they do.
Like, what's the percentage? Like a lot of guys?
I would say about an 80-20 percentage. A lot of guys are coming more for treatments now than they used to.
And what do they come for out of interest?
They come for a lot of like facials, you'd be surprised, manicures and pedicures. That's like becoming more and more by the day. Some men do come for waxing as well, chest waxes. I know it's funny, but back waxing.
Does this mean, in your opinion, that guys have become soft, or are men still men these days?
I think men are still men, although they just want to take care of themselves, I suppose.
So we know that men in Rosebank are possibly going to be a little bit soft. To find real men, you got to come somewhere like Heidelberg.
I'm familiar with the brand and I'm very impressed with the new models that have come out.
Would you buy one?
No,
Why not?
because it doesn't have a SRT8 badge on it.
As far as a family car is concerned, I'd definitely buy one for my wife.
I don't think it's that rugged anymore. Man's car. I think it's a good car for a wife to drive and even take it to Ponta maybe.
It's more urban friendly and I'm very impressed with it.
So, clearly, even in Heidelberg, the world has gone soft.
You would have thought, hey? But hang on, maybe we should be fair to them and say, I don't think they've gone soft. They've just become modernized. They're in touch with the rest of the world.
Sure.
Very refreshing.
They've gone for that massive category that everyone wants to buy now, the round town SUV. So, fair enough.
Gone is the Tupperware. Welcome to soft touch and comfortable.
Yeah,
It's
It's
awesome.
a massive improvement. I mean, the layout, the buttons, the touch screen, it's fantastic. It's definitely a huge improvement.
That relationship with Fiat certainly paying dividends because there's still a lot of Americanisms
Yeah.
going on here and a very comfortable drive. I mean, I've really enjoyed being behind the wheel. It's very well insulated. You don't get a lot of road noise.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
We're in the 2.4 litre engine. 100
Two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive, yeah, which is all you need around town.
It's cool. It's perfect.
It's fantastic. So, and this has got, what was it, 130 kilowatts?
And 229 newton meters torque.
Which is fine. It's plenty of power.
I haven't had any issues. The only issue I do have is that it's come out with two engines, a 3.2 litre V6, 2.4 win, and no diesel. It's all petrol. Now, everyone's going diesel, but Jeep's saying, no, we're going to stick to petrol. So that 3.2 is going to be very thirsty. They need to bring the Fiat diesel engines to the market.
Maybe they will.
One thing I know you hate, and you and I are going to argue and disagree on this, which is part of the fun. It's the first time that this type of SUV, the size of SUV anyway, is running with a 9-speed box.
9-speed. It's amazing, actually. Who would have thought? Thank goodness it's not a manual.
But you don't like it.
I don't think it's my driving. I just find it extremely jerky. It lurches, even on the highway at 120. If you want to overtake another car, it labors. I cannot. No, I don't understand where you're coming from because you have a completely different experience of the
Yeah, I mean,
gearbox.
you have a look. I mean, as we're sitting and driving now, we've actually dropped down 2 gears. And that for me wasn't
No,
like...
that was fine.
It is a massive, massive improvement. And I think I like the fact there is no manual, because if they are being sensible and appealing to that market, this is what you want. You're going to be sitting in the concrete jungle.
Space-wise, fantastic space in the back. We've looked at the boot.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic that they've gone with a full-size spare, but it does compromise your boot space.
What I do like, Lindsay, just drive position for me. When you look at it externally, the styling, it looks a lot more compact and smaller, but you get inside, you still have that feel. This is why people buy SUVs. They want
space.
that bulk, and I'm sitting in that command position. So, good job on the Cherokee.
Absolutely. Couple of little idiosyncrasies that we found. That very odd thing in the boot.
If you know what it is, tweet us, tell us, help us.
We played a game to see if we could figure out what you would use it
I
for.
thought maybe it's a replacement for the grill, just without the teeth. I don't know. This thing is super, super safe. It literally has
5 stars.
It's got everything loaded into it. So that for me is really cool. And the Uconnect system works really well. I mean, I know you were talking the touchscreen, very user friendly.
Extremely.
I've struggled with the previous generations. This was easy to get my phone set up. So it's really caught up with the rest of the world in terms of offering the modern consumer every need that they want.
Soft but modern.
Price.
Yeah.
470 we thought was overpriced.
Yeah, definitely.
But then when we look at its competitors, you're talking Santa Fe, Sorrento.
Well, that's where you need to do a shootout, because
Yeah.
for me, mentally, those are bigger cars. On face value, 470 looks like a lot of money for this car.
I know people can say 600 for Trailhawk. Might seem like a lot of money, but it's a lot cheaper than the Grand Cherokee, which starts at 670. So there again, in their model lineup, it's well priced. Well, I guess it's not all doom and gloom then when it comes to Jeep.
No, because there is actually, although there's no diesel, you can still get a four-wheel drive version.
And they very cleverly have brought out 2 four-wheel drive versions. So if you just want standard four-wheel drive for running around town on a bit of gravel road, you've got that.
But you also can get the super duper, very, very good four-wheel drive system for off-roading in a Trailhawk.
And that Trailhawk, the reviews have been incredible. So it's super, super competent. So I guess then, they're keeping up with the times. Men want to look good, take care of themselves, but still be...
Men deep down with the dangly bits. Let's hope there's no dangly bits on the Cherokee.